All right. Okay, so we have Danielle from group. So how did you find Food Freedom, and what made you say, I want to reach out and learn more?
My sister got me to look into it. She had been following Sammy's podcast. And then once she kind of explained a little bit more about what it was something that really resonated with me. And I knew I needed some help. I did try and read the book first, but I felt like I just needed a bit more of support, a support group, and to kind of walk through lessons and questions and discussions.
Yes. How has your relationship with food changed throughout the process?
It's definitely better. I definitely don't have as many negative emotions and messages to myself around food, around body image. So it's definitely helped improve that. And just overall, just better quality.
Good. What was your biggest takeaway or aha moment from our time together?
That's a good question. I think that even if you don't think that you're on a diet, there are all these mental restrictions that society has placed or you have placed on yourself. My biggest one, I think, was I always said you can't eat past 7 p.m. You're about to go to bed. But a lot of times I'd be hungry at 9 or 10 o'clock, and that really resonated that, okay, I'm not on a diet, but I have all these restrictions that I've placed on myself. So that's one of them. And then some of the cravings, I always crave ice cream or something sweet. And then when you tell yourself, no, you can't have it, and then all of a sudden you binge. I remember one week I had ice cream every single day. And then I was like, oh, that's gross. But if I would have just had it the 3 weeks ago when I wanted it, then it would have been okay. So I think just a couple of things that where you have a mental restriction in place that maybe you don't consider yourself on a diet, but you're definitely restricting yourself in some form or fashion, and really noticing those small restrictions.
Yeah, mental restriction is something I think people don't really think about. They think about the physical restriction, but the mental restriction and the guilt and how that perpetuates the binging is the real thing.
Yes.
Would you recommend Find Food Freedom to a friend, and why?
Yes, I definitely would. I think it has a lot of good concepts, support group, just really breaking the stigma of diet culture. I think it's just a fun way to learn. You're not strict. You have to do it this way. It's kind of each person has their own journey, and I really like that. You know that there should be a support group if someone wants to do it individually or with a group, but you're there to help support. And I just think is definitely a good way to break out of the diet culture mentality and have a whatever kind of position you want with body and food, neutral, positive, and just a good support system and good outlook to better your quality of life.
I love that. Thank you.